Hi, I'm Terry from Ben & Biscuits Boarding and Training Facility. This is Wren. Wren's done very good, yes. Was a really kind of a handful when she first came here, and still got the energy. We didn't take that from her, but she at least diverts it in a little bit better way, and she's more manageable and easier to work with now. And I think because she is smart, I think she's going to do really well if you spend time with her and just continue this training, because she's a whole lot better than she was. Wren, sit. Okay, so as you can see through this, I'm going to show a lot of different things, about 4 or 5 different exercises, but I also use the hand signals too. Hand signal to sit is just bring your hand up like that, stay, palm your hand in her face like that, tell her stay, and then come, you bring your hand to your chest. Use her name, tell her to come and bring your hand to your chest. And down, I just put my finger right to the ground. Usually have her in a sit first. Put your finger right to the ground and tell her down. Sometimes she needs a little help, but she's doing really a lot better than she was with that as well. So we're going to do hand signals as well as verbal commands. We're going to do the heel on-leash, the sit stay, the down stay, and the recall. And I've worked really hard on the jumping too. She doesn't jump on me much at all, but she still tries to jump on others thinking she can get away with it. It's taken me 3 weeks to get her to really kind of stop jumping on me. But we went over it. I know you've been coming here a couple times throughout her stay here, and we went over about how to handle things with the jumping and etc. So when we return, we'll start out with a heel on leash. Okay, this is gonna be Wren's heel on leash. I've got like a, I don't know, I guess it's a 4-foot leash here. You can get anywhere from a 4 to a 6-foot leash, but and I've got a prong collar that I think you said you wanted to get this when you pick her up, and we can do that. I've got it set to where it actually bottoms out before it gets real tight, but it works really well. She listens to this a lot better than she would any other collar, in my opinion. So only leave that on her when you're training her. Do not leave it on all the time. If she jumps up and catches that on a gate latch, a doorknob, a tree limb, it's a type of choker, so she could choke herself really bad. Okay? Through all these exercises, all of them, we agreed that she's going to be on the left side. If you sometimes train her on the left, sometimes train her on the right, she's going to be crisscrossing in front of you and behind you all the time trying to get to the other side. You and everybody else that walks her on a leash, always have the dog on the left side. Okay? So we're going to try her heel. When I stop walking, she should automatically stop and sit. If she doesn't, that's okay, as long as she stops when I stop. Okay? Don't keep the leash tight. I'm trying to think of some things to tell you ahead of time. Don't drag your dog around like this. Anybody can do that. Keep it loose. Keep your eyes focused on where you want to go. Okay? And if you feel that leash get tight, obviously she's going somewhere pulling to go a different direction. It's just a pull and release. Try to get it set in your mind. It's a pull and release. It makes that collar get tight, and it makes a correction. It's a physical correction. And she really, really, really responds to that. The worst thing you can do when you're heeling, walking down wherever you're going, and if she lags or pulls ahead or goes somewhere else, is stop and see what she wants. Unless obviously she's got to go to the bathroom or something, but stop. That means she's won. She's got what she wanted. She wants you to stop. You're walking her. Remember that. She's not walking you. So let's see how she does. We're starting her out with a sit at your left side. Take your first step, and you go where you want to go. You stop when you want to stop, and she should do exactly that as well. You ready, Wren? Heel. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. And then when you stop, she's seen a grasshopper. Sit. Good girl. Heel. Gets a little distracted with smells or grasshoppers. Sit. Good girl. I haven't used any treats. I'm trying to get her to do it because you're telling her to do it. Okay? Heel. Good girl. And when you stop, it's a sit. Exercise.
Gonna be Wren's.
We're going to do a recall. We'll do that first. You're going to put her in a sit at your left side. The hand signal to stay. As you walk away slowly, tell her to stay. Reinforce the word stay as you walk back. And you turn and face the dog. When you're ready, bring your hand to the chest. Sometimes I take a little step back when I do it and make them want to come to you. And call her as you bring your hand to your chest. Hopefully she comes and sits at your feet, okay? But coming to you is what you want to do. Ultimately, down the road, you want her to do this with no leash at all. Hey, sit. She's a big sniffer. Sit, stay, stay, stay. Wren, come. Sit. Good girl, exercise. Okay, this is gonna be Wren's sit, stay. Exactly like the recall. Just gonna put her in a sit, tell her to stay. Walk the end of your leash, reinforce the stay as you walk out. Turn and face her, and you're only gonna stay for 3 or 4 or 5 seconds. Reinforce the word stay. It's very important when you come back, you come all the way back to this position here. And I stand here for a second or two because when she's off leash and you want to get her, and she's very important that she doesn't run off, you put her in a sit and then you walk up to her. And if you allow her to release herself early now, she'll do the same thing later when you really want to get a hold of her and you don't have her on a leash. So thinking ahead, this is very important. Let's see how she does. Sit, good girl, stay, stay, stay. I've tried to do something else a little bit. Stay. You can do this eventually. Stay. Just walk around her. Stay. Stay. If she does that, you put her right back to where she was. Sit. Stay. 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 Exercise finished and praise your dog. Okay, this is going to be Wren's down stay. Again, you put him in a sit at your left side. You're going to turn and face him. You'll put your finger right to the ground and tell him to down, okay? If he doesn't do it, only tell him like twice. Don't do it over and over and over, because every time you tell him he doesn't do it, that is he's breaking the command. Just take him by the collar, where the leash hooks to the collar, and pull him down gently. It doesn't take much at all. He's doing better and better. Okay, ready, Wren? Down. I didn't even have to do it that time. That was very good. Stay down. Wants to pop up. Stay. 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 There again. It's only for a few seconds. Stay. Now see, you put her. It's as good that she did that. When they do break the command, when they creep up a little bit, put them right back to where they started. Is very important. Come on. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Down. Stay. 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 Exercise finished and praise your dog. Good girl. Okay, for a conclusion, Wren's done really, really good. The jumping is probably one of the worst bad habits she has. What I try to do is when she jumps is come down like this and hold her down like this. Give her the attention she wants, but have one hand on her back so she can't jump up, and give her the attention she wants with all 4 feet on the ground. When she's jumping up, do not allow it. What I do is if you jump and put your hand out like this, it's almost like a stay, but once you don't hit them in the nose, but when they jump up, they hit their nose in the palm of your hand. And after a while, that kind of discourages them. It's not fun for them to do that. You just say off, and when they jump, they hit their nose right into the palm of your hand, okay? And then, of course, if you got on the end of the leash and she's trying to jump on somebody else, it's just a pull and release. And when you tell them off, the word to no longer jump is off. Down means to lay down. Remember that. So off is when they're trying to jump. She's done very, very good with everything. If you continue this at home, I know you have the other dog as well. Try to keep them apart when you're doing the training. I think you said you already were doing that to some extent. And the dog, she'll get better and better. She's got a good foundation on her now. She's not stupid at all. She's got lots of energy, but we didn't want to take that from her. She's done really good. She's done very good. So thank you for allowing me to work with her.
Good girl.